My boyfriend begged to open our relationship, then called me a cheater when I agreed. My friends and family love him, and we also share most of the same friends, so our lives are intertwined. We have even decided on our kids' names and the street we want to live on one day. I have tried to explain to him that this was just a lack of communication and that I never wanted to hurt him. I have never even looked at another person until we agreed to open the relationship. But he's just saying this changes the way he thinks about me entirely. He's barely spoken to me since finding out and pretty much ignored my apologies. How do I earn his trust back? And we've got comments. Apartment Dapper says, I didn't quite understand your post. Does your boyfriend know you had spicy sleep with another guy, not a girl? If so, that's probably the real reason for his anger. But either way, it's his fault. He shouldn't have suggested an open relationship if it wasn't a sincere decision. He knows about both now, as he began questioning me about it when I told him about the girl. Affectionate Trash says, in the eyes of most poly relationships, you have cheated. You said you made the new people aware of your boyfriend, but did he know you were actively going on dates and intending to sleep with people? I don't think you guys have the right communication and maturity for an open relationship. I 100% agree. OP says, I didn't tell him at all about the guy until he asked, but I was under the impression that he knew I had slept with the girl. I guess it is poor communication on my behalf that he didn't understand the nature of my relationship with her. You think? The reason why I didn't tell him details is because I personally wouldn't be comfortable with knowing the ins and outs of what my boyfriend was doing with other people, and I stupidly assumed he felt the same. I just assumed that he was, and assumed he knew I was as that was what we had both agreed to do. Orwellian iconoclast. Orwellian iconoclast. Classic. He wanted to open up the relationship because he thought he'd get to sleep with other people. Now he's mad and trying to punish because you had success on the apps and he didn't. Mischief Managed says, for real, this happens so much it's practically a cliche. OP says, after receiving a few comments saying to unblock the girl, I definitely will be. She was really great and I think we could have a friendship if nothing else now. I just did it out of blind panic because I wanted to salvage my relationship. And we've got an update 2 days later. So he finally called me after he finished work last night for us to talk. I apologized again for the miscommunication and said that I didn't feel we had a detailed enough conversation to establish boundaries and to define what an open relationship means to us. He agreed but didn't apologize for his role in that. Don't know that. He then said that he was mostly hurt because I seemed to have developed an emotional connection with this girl, which I can understand and I apologized for again. Then he asked me if I felt like I was happy in our relationship. And to my surprise, I told him I wasn't. He said he wasn't either, and so we decided to break up. I haven't even had a text from him this morning, and I haven't tried to reach out either. I do feel hurt and a bit lost, but after the last few days of crashing out, I also feel a huge sense of relief. As well as reading all the comments under this post, I also spoke to a couple of my friends and came to the conclusion that if the two of us were truly happy together, we wouldn't have felt the need to open our relationship in the first place. I'm going to give some time to heal, but now when I'm ready, I'm free to be a young adult without the pressure of a big future looming over me. It has also opened up new job opportunities. As I don't